Jeez, man. Who would have called that right now? Who would have called a game-winning touchdown to Henry Ruggs? After everything that's been going on, there's still, right now, as I'm recording, 5 seconds left in the game. This is nuts. And I don't care. Look, this game was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. But we're sitting at 7-5, and I really don't care because guess what? Just win, baby. And we just won. That's all that matters to me. Oh, man, this is way too much. Raiders fans, do you expect anything else out of this football team going against the New York Jets? I don't care. What we saw last year at 6-4, 6-4 last year. We had, a hunch that we're going to be a playoff team last year. And the Jets ruined that for us. So last week we had a little spoiler with the Falcons. And now this week we have it, with the Jets. And now we're sitting here with the Jets and shoot, man. I don't know. We're in command. We're 7-5. We're looking good. We have 4 seconds left. Somehow they have the ball in midfield. Missed the play. So anyways, 4 seconds left. And they have one throw basically into the end zone to get things going. 4-second play isn't going to happen unless you can. It won't happen. It won't happen. So you basically have to get in there and you have to get a touchdown. So Raider Nation, what is going on? Drop in the chat where you're watching from. Where you're watching this Raider game, jump in there. This is going to be a quick episode. We're going to buzz right through it. We're going to be talking to Kenny King here pretty soon. 4 seconds left on the clock. New York Jets have the ball at midfield. Darnold drops back. And hucks it into the end zone. Batted down. Game over. So we're going to do it. Like I said, we're going to buzz through this episode. We're going to get things going. I'm actually going to text my guy, Kenny King, right now. Been a while since I text my guy, Kenny King, I guess. Whew. I don't care, guys. 7-5. I don't care what it's taken to get to this point. Yeah, we're, trying to get through this little issue here. Man. What a freaking game. What a freaking game. So, Raider Nation, let's get into this this game review. Whew. Didn't look good. Did not look good. This entire game was frustrating. We gained a decent lead. Things did not go as planned. I thought the game was over last drive. I'll be honest. I thought the game was over last drive. I don't even see how. We got into a position and we pulled it out. I don't care. Whatever. I said put a fork in it after the last drive. I thought the game was over. I really did. And I'm not going to complain. A win's a win. Just win, baby. That's what we talk about. That's the saying. That's the slogan. That's what we live by in Raider Nation. So I'm just going to keep rolling with it. Getting to this game review, we start the thing off way too familiar, and that's with Damon Arnett going down with an injury. Second play of the game, goes down, gets hit in the head, and he goes, he's out. That's it. Bam. They drive down, they score a touchdown. 6-minute drive to start off the game. Things aren't looking good. We go. When we open up the game, first play for our offense, deep shot to Agholor, doesn't connect. And that was kind of a common theme this game. It was a little depressing seeing Derek Carr and Nelson Agholor's connection not quite being there this week. Anyways, Waller got involved a little early, and then we saw Henry Ruggs on a little slant. Ball's up a little high whenever he's, leads him a little high. Ball hits him in the hands, tips it up, interception. Yikes. So defense holds him 3-and-out punt. Offense gets rolling. We got Booker. We got Ruggs. He getting wide open. We got Waller getting wide open, and Waller scores a touchdown. This is the beginning of a huge Waller day. Huge Waller day. From there, man, this Raiders defense was just not clicking. I don't know what it was. They're just super conservative. Everybody's playing deep. For whatever reason, Paul Guenther's just trying not to give the big play. And we're watching these guys chip away 5 and 10 yards every single play. At some point, Paul Guenther, get in their face. I'm so sick of this. You sag off, you go and you look at what the offense is bringing to you. They're not hardly taking any shots down the field, so why do we keep sagging off, not giving up the big play? Is that all that we're doing on defense, is we're just trying not to give up the deep ball? Okay. That doesn't make sense for me, but let me scroll over here. So, Raider Nation, the way I'm feeling right now is definitely interesting because I'll tell you, I mean, it was not a good start to our game. The offense was having hiccups. The defense was looking ugly. We get into the second quarter. We're not hardly moving the ball. We punt the ball. Then we get a strip sack, and it's like, oh, let's go. Turnovers. That's what we want. Turnover, strip sack. We get the ball, and it was like, I want to say a 3 and out because we got a field goal because of the field position, but we got a field goal. So we're still down 10-13 at that time in the second quarter. And, I mean, the Jets are still getting chunk yards. Shout out to the super chat. Mizzy and Dub show. Appreciate the donation. No comment to it. Oh, I see you down there, Raiders. Raiders! I don't care. Win, lose, or tie. We won. Just win, baby. Ryan Miller, I see you in the chat. Appreciate the donation. Says, Cody. Ryan Miller says, Cody. Raiders got me 12 deep into an 18-pack of Modelo. Oh, my gosh, Ruggs. Just win, baby. Raiders. Man, Raider Nation, I don't know about you, but my emotions are just all over the place. Because ultimately, I am super disappointed. Super disappointed in the results of this game. That should have been a win. Easy win. Easy win. It wasn't. Did we pull off the win? Yes. Or are we missing Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Abram, Damon Arnett? Still no Trent Brown. Trent Brown being on the exempt list now is interesting. But we're moving on to the Colts, and I feel, in a way, somehow, pretty good about this team. We needed a W. Winning cures all. I don't care what their record is. Win the freaking football game, move on, regroup, and see what we can do next week. So we go into halftime. I'm just going to skip forward, right? We get the strip sack. We get Trayvon Mullen with an interception. We get another strip sack from Cleveland Farrell. And we go into halftime with a lead, 17-3. And in the same breath, it's kind of in the same breath as last week. I'm really excited about what's going on. I feel like, the defense was bending like crazy. Like, we're giving up these chunk yards, but they're getting turnovers the last couple of weeks, and that's all I've been wanting. Now we got to find a way to get the offense back in the groove. Why can our offense and defense never click in the same breath? Ever. Literally ever. Man. Freaking rough, dude. Freaking rough. Going to halftime 17-13. Third quarter, we start trucking down the field. Touchdown. 24-13. Feeling good about the game. Right? Force him to a punt. Then after that punt, there's I forget what it was, a personal foul because Hunter Renfrow called for a catch. You don't touch Hunter Renfrow. Don't touch my guy, Hunter Renfrow. Hands off of 13. Take it easy on my guy. Anyways, we're kind of going back and forth. They go down, and they somehow, I guess, get a touchdown, right? They drive down the field. This is the beginning of the fourth quarter. We stop an extra point after this touchdown, and after that touchdown, they go for the 2-point conversion, and we stop it. Then there was a Nicholas Morrow pass interference call, which I thought was a little ticky-tack just because it was an uncatchable ball, in my opinion, last minute. But I will say, hey, we got one early in the game. First drive, Nelson Agholor. I felt like it was a little uncatchable. Whatever. I'll put that as a wash. Shout out to the super chat, Cesar Robles. Appreciate the donation. And he says, whoa. Telling you. That's how I feel. What a game. We're going to wrap it up quick. This is going to be a quick post game. So we get down after that 8 points. It's 24-21. Ruggs gets a ball on a first down pass. Third down, I believe. Fumbles the ball. Turns it over. They go down. They score. 24-27. Okay. Darren Waller's moving the chains. Whatever. Offense was stagnant. Like there was a time where I just wasn't really feeling very good about what was going on with the offense. Kept giving the ball back. Lo and behold, long story short, Raider Nation, let's save the bull because this was an ugly period during the game. And after there's a the drop by Henry Ruggs that turned into an interception, the fumble that Henry Ruggs had, then that turns into a game-winning touchdown by Henry Ruggs. Amazing how that works. So, hey, just one, baby. Nothing else I'm going to say. Let's take this quick break, and then in just a second, we'll do our lights out player of the game. It's holiday season, and at MyBookie, they're providing the gift that keeps on giving. Whenever you visit mybookie.ag, you enter in promo code RaiderCody at sign up, and they are offering all kinds of different deals. I mean, during our campaign these last few months with MyBookie, we've been dishing out doubling your first deposit. Whatever you put in, they're matching it. There's been risk-free bets. If you're involved in that during Thanksgiving, you could place a bet, and if you lost, they would pay your money back. And then now if you're watching this on Sunday, of course, before Cyber Monday, on Cyber Monday, there's a buy one, get one free Cyber Monday. So it's time for you guys to sign up because they are just always, putting in all kinds of special offers to, keep you guys afloat, keep you guys on top, because at MyBookie, might be holiday season, but over there, it's winning season. And it's time for you guys to get involved with this in Raider Nation. We know how our team is doing right now, and it's time to get involved with that. We got a good stretch of games. It's going to be fun. These final 6, I'm feeling really confident about. We got a really powerhouse of an offense. We're going to be scoring a lot of points. So you start looking for those over-unders. You start getting involved with that. And not only are you guys going to be winning on your television, but you're going to be winning in your pockets. So, like I said, get involved. MyBookie.ag using promo code RaiderCody. Man, so lights out player of the game was going to be interesting for me because I wasn't really sure what direction I'd go. There's a point in me where I wasn't even going to give a lights out player of the game. I was not satisfied with what was going on at all with this football team. It was cool to see, Trayvon Mullen was having a good game, obviously. You see Nick Kwiatkowski always playing well. Nicholas Morrow having a great game. Derek Carr able to work with what I feel like is an offensive line that's been kind of crumbling away. I want to see what happens right now with right tackle. Getting a lot of text right now. Let's see. Man. So I guess we're going to work our way right now into our lights out player of the game. Pulled off the W. There's got to be a player that pulls this thing out. So let's see who we got. And Raider Nation, for my lights out player of the game, I got to go with Darren Waller because Darren Waller, no matter what, kept this offense rolling, kept them moving, kept this entire team and game within reach. Darren Waller's out there making big boy catches, picking up chunk yards, grabbing touchdowns, and number 83, although has had a few down games in recent weeks because he's been doubled, took advantage of the New York Jets. And I believe he had probably more reception yards this game than probably the Jets tight ends have had all season long. So shout out to Waller. Drop in the chat if you have any other ideas of the lights out player of the game. Mine's number 83, Darren Waller. But drop your opinions in the chat and see what's going on. I want to see what you guys think of your lights out player of the game. So Raider Nation, I'm so stressed out right now. It's crazy. We got a W. Not the W we wanted, but man, we squeezed it out. Raider Nation, that's what we do. We can't expect anything different. So let's get back into this. Let's get back into the meat of the show. Scramble brained. I'm telling you, this was, I see in the chat, horrible W. I also see you, Grizz. Just win, baby. It's all that matters, right? It's all that matters. That's what I like to think of. Oh, man. All right. So let's see if we can get our guy Kenny King here on the phone. Take this quick break, and we'll be right back.
Kenny King, real talk.
Season, and at my bookie, they're providing the gift that keeps on giving. Always shifting through some weird stuff. Jumping into a segment now. This was a very, very, very ugly game, but just win, baby. And I want to see some thoughts. I gotta bounce some energy off my guy, Kenny King Jr., my guy, KK. How you feeling, man, right now? 7-5.
Woo!
Man. It's a vibe, bro. I don't know. Like, we won. But like my energy isn't there right now.
No, and you know what? Your energy shouldn't be there. And my energy isn't there. This is a game that we should have won by a very large margin. This is a game that shouldn't have came down to the final seconds. This is a game that should have been a blowout. And in typical Raider fashion, the Raiders did what the Raiders do and made it come down to the wire, gave us all many heart attacks. And I'm popping blood pressure medicine right now just to get back on track.
Dude, that's where I'm sitting. I just don't. Man, I mean, Darren Waller had a day. It was cool to see, hopefully, like a turning of the tide with Henry Ruggs and seeing what was going on, seeing the big drop, the fumble. I'm like, gosh, like for the first time in a while, I'm like, what is going on right now with. Oh, I lose you? Kenny King, you still there?
Sorry, my what was that? I missed that last part because I cut out for a second.
No, you're good. So I'm not really sure how I feel about the entire energy of the offense, but after this, like seeing Henry Ruggs get back into it and, you know, kind of feeling himself.
I can't hear you at all, bro.
What is going on?
I really can't hear you at all.
Let's see. We'll get back into Kenny King here in a second. See if we can connect. You there?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Dude, what the heck? I mean, dude, my service just cut out just like the Raiders defense.
Your service is cutting out like the entire Raiders performance.
Yeah, I mean, look.
As long as you come through at the end, it's the same production, so we're fine.
Oh no, I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna come through way more than just the end. I'm gonna tell you right now, like things were frustrating. It was an incredibly frustrating game. I mean, you know, I'm gonna address a couple things here, and I think that first and foremost, you know, shout out to Darren Waller for having a hell of a game. I mean, he came up big time in every facet of the game, and it was expected. You know, the Jets aren't good against tight ends, but I think the biggest thing is, you know, one of the things we need to look at is what's going on with the offense and why are we calling these conservative plays? And then two, why are we having so many issues with ball control?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got these like the dropsies. And I don't understand where the dropsies are coming from, the fumbles. If we can clean that up, like I feel like our offense would be that much better. And it shows, I mean, really, I think we really missed Josh Jacobs. Kind of like getting that element, missing a big weapon like that. One thing I want to see, too, the Nelson Agholor, Derek Carr connection, hopefully things get going back together. But one thing with the offense I think that's been the biggest factor right now is our offensive line has been struggling. And they're a good offensive line, so this is kind of like the frustrating part about it. Hopefully next week against the Colts, we see this unit with hopefully Trent Brown. I don't even know that situation. But hopefully we can bounce back.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the Carr and Nelson Agholor thing, that's one entity in itself. I don't know what was going on today. There looked like there was a lot of miscommunication on the field. Agholor looked really upset throughout the whole game. I mean, he was getting underthrown, overthrown. You know, Carr came up big when it mattered to Ruggs, but there were a lot of plays where he looked off. And, obviously it's, with the new COVID restrictions in not getting practice until Wednesday, a short game, or not a short game, a short week, realistically, going across country, those things all kind of add up to it. But we've had back-to-back weeks where the offense hasn't been completely in sync. And, we need to figure out, not we, but the Raiders need to figure out what needs to change and what needs to happen in order to get everybody back on track and back in sync. The first thing is, one thing that did stand out to me, one thing that I did like was, Ruggs had some issues early in the game. Ruggs had, the drop pass that resulted in an interception, and he had the fumble. And typically what we would have seen from Carr is that Carr would not look his way again. Not in this game, not in games down the road. We've seen it with Coop. Coop has a couple drops. Coop doesn't get a ball for 3 weeks. And to see Carr go back to the well when the game is on the line and to trust Ruggs, that was huge. And I think that one shows maturity in Carr and his progression and him as a leader. But two, it just shows, the resilience of Ruggs and the young rookie being able to step up when it mattered and to hit the home run.
Absolutely. Kenny King, I'm going to wrap this show up short just because the vibe isn't there. I don't know. I mean, we're sitting at 7-5. I feel great about that, but I want to see a bounce back next week to put a little bit more effort into this post-game show. Kenny King, wrap us up, man. What do we do going forward, man, to pick up the tempo and get this offense back on track going into Indianapolis?
Raiders got to pick up. Raiders got to do big things to pick this up. First things first, offensive line has to get back to what they were doing. They got to get back to their blocking. They got to get back to setting their feet. They got to get to covering their man. Hopefully, we finally get Trent Brown back. I think if we get Trent Brown back, that's huge. But if he's not back, then whoever is up needs to be ready. Sam Young needs to be ready. Brandon Parker, whoever it is, they need to be ready. They need to be able to get ready to go after a good defense. Offensively, these guys, the receivers need to catch the ball. Running backs need to hold on to the ball. Carr needs to hold on to the ball. The guys have to protect the football. And Gruden has to not take his foot off the gas. In order to keep it going, the Raiders Twitter account tweeted this, all gas, no brakes. Don't take your foot off the gas. You have the playoffs in your sight. This right now, today, was not a playoff team. If this team wants to become a playoff team, they need to put their foot on the gas, tear the brake pedal out, and just keep going forward.
100%. Kenny King, appreciate you jumping in here and dishing your opinion. And I'll be talking to you, of course, next week. And we could be making a trip to Las Vegas here in the next few weeks. So pay attention to that. Raider Nation, if anyone's watching the game at Stage Door Casino, give a shout out to Stage Door Casino. If you guys have even been there, drop in the chat. Let us know how you're feeling. Of course, Stage Door Casino is the official home of the Raider Cody podcast. That's where me and Kenny go and watch every single game in Las Vegas. But Kenny King Jr., brother, nice talking to you, and we'll talk to you again in a few days.
All right, brother. I'll see you.
Kenny King, real talk. We're going to wrap it up. I'm not going to take any callers this week just because, like I said, not very happy with the performance, honestly. Not happy at all. I can already tell the energy of Raider Nation, probably the same as me for the most part. Defense leaky at times. Offense not being consistent. Things aren't looking good. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. We're looking forward to next week, win, lose, or tie. We're going to be busting out full shows here the rest of the season. But against an 0-11 team, now 0-12 New York Jets, not the performance I wanted to see. Let's hope we take this thing with a full head of steam, take this W, let it cure some things, and get back into it. So, Raider Nation, appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll see you guys later.